Let's go.
Sorry about that. Lost a little bit of Wi-Fi. We're back in business here. Right hand by Kilpatrick. So after the flurry by White, Kilpatrick comes back. Kilpatrick with his hands low. Right hand by Kilpatrick. Final seconds, first round. As Kilpatrick dances on the outside, White tends to stay in the middle as this round ends. So we had a first half of the first third of the bout. Patrick landing shots left and right. Second third of the bout, White came in, started landing a couple flurry shots. And in the final third of the bout, Kilpatrick came back and landed some good shots.
Yeah, I think it was more of White trying to see what Kilpatrick had to put together. And once he saw what he had to offer, and it looked good that what Kilpatrick was doing, but White was taking his time and figuring them out. And when he had his opportunity, he saw putting his own punches together.
Get ready for round two. Both men standing in their corners. They go round two, scheduled for 4. White trying to establish his light jab. Both men southpaws. Right hand missing by Kilpatrick. Right hand by White. With the right hand, left hand by White. Right hand body by White. Patrick turns around, does a nice job. He lands some shots to the left, to the head and the body. Right hand to the body. Left hand to the body. Left hand to the body. Left hand to the head by Kilpatrick as well. Body shots. Left hand by White coming out. Right hand to Kilpatrick to White's body. Left hand by Kilpatrick. White covering up. Goes left hand by White. Kilpatrick does a nice job again, turning it out of there. Right over our real-time pay-per-view location. Kilpatrick doing a decent job trying to show angles. His right hand by Kilpatrick. Left hand by Kilpatrick to the body. Right hand up top by White. Right hand by Patrick. Left hand by Kilpatrick. White trying to land shots to the body. Right hand by White. Patrick has his hands on White's shoulders. And actually, Brazel warns White for going in. I don't really understand that. But anyway, inside the first minute, round two, scheduled for 4. Patrick with his hands low, throws the right jab. Left hand to the arm of White.
Come back with the right hook, please.
Right hand by Kilpatrick. Left hand to the body by Kilpatrick. Left hand missing by Kilpatrick. I think he wanted that one back. He kind of shook his head. Right hand jab by both men. Both men trying to establish right hand. There's the left jab by Kilpatrick. And right hand by Kilpatrick for the jab. Try to throw another right jab. Left hand by Kilpatrick. Left hand by Kilpatrick. White trying to throw a couple good shots. Right hand. Right over in White's corner. There's right hand by White that lands. Right hand, left hand by White. Patrick gets out of there. And White trying to that was shot. Kilpatrick's hands are low. He doesn't seem to fear White's shots. But he's landing some shots, and that's the main thing here. Right hand by Kilpatrick that time. At the final minute of the second round, scheduled for 4.
He's got two sides. Where the hook at, please?
Left hand by White. Final seconds, round 2. White ducks and dodges, gets out of the way. Right hand by Kilpatrick, right jab. His hands low as the bell rings. But I tell you, one thing that Kilpatrick may have to not do is getting those corners against White, because White may not be hurting him, but he is doing some scoring punches there.
Yeah, White is definitely White is doing a good thing, which is he's observing what his opponent's doing. and then capitalizing once his opponent thinks he has a break. And that's exactly what White's doing. And this is the type of fight that Kilpatrick needs to be tested with. And like you said, White is the perfect kind of fighter for those opponents, for those coaches to have for their fighters. But Kilpatrick has to watch out, because White is showing a little bit of power. Some things we haven't seen a lot from him, and he's landing some shots on him.
Don't forget our main event still to come. Jerome Quigley taking on Ray Serrano. Also have Sam Crosset battling Josh Jones. Kobe Brady taking on Drew Correll. Many more right here from the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland. Round 3 was scheduled for 4. Patrick comes in with a right jab. Lands right hand to the body. White comes back with a right hook. Misses off the gloves of Kilpatrick. Left hand over the top by White. Right hand by Kilpatrick around the corner. The left hand by White. White landing those shots, left and right. Left hand by White. Right hand by White. Patrick comes in. They're getting close quarters and near the red corner, diagonally across from us. Right hand by Patrick. Left hand by White. Right hand, good uppercut by Kilpatrick. Right hand by Kilpatrick, by White. Left hand by Kilpatrick. Right hand up top by White, just misses. And they tangle once again. Right hand, good body by Kilpatrick. There's a left hand by White. There's a right jab by White. They come out toward the center of the ring. Left hand by White misses. Right hand by Kilpatrick. Action slows down a little bit as we're halfway through round 3. There's left hand by Kilpatrick. And White was in a crouch there and got caught. And a couple left hands. They tangle once again. White comes out. Those shots. Gets caught with a right uppercut. Now over in the blue corner over our real-time payment location. Right hand by Kilpatrick. Right hand to the body by Kilpatrick. White with a left hand to the body. Right hand to the body by White. Left hand by White. There's a combination by Kilpatrick. Both men get inside. White lands a good couple shots. Left and right hands by White. Kilpatrick tried to throw a left hand. Comes out. White may have gotten a little bit better if they changed right there. We're inside the final moments of the 3rd round. Left hand by Kilpatrick. Right hand up top by Kilpatrick. Now Kilpatrick goes back to the right jab. White lands the left hand. Left hand over the top by Kilpatrick. Right hand to the body by Kilpatrick. Left hand by Kilpatrick. White now come back, throws the right hand. That just barely missed Kilpatrick. He almost landed that. They're in the neutral corner right in front of us. Crossman, I should say. Final seconds, round 3. Right hand back Kilpatrick. And this round comes to a close. But again, Kilpatrick's shown well, done good shots, but White is in there for the duration, looks like.
Yeah. If White makes the adjustment from staying in a defensive posture coming out each round and get into a boxing posture where he can counter off of Kilpatrick, what Kilpatrick's doing, that's where he can make this fight change instead of waiting for the opportunity. And I hear his coaches giving him instruction when to turn it on. If he doesn't wait to turn it on and hear those instructions from his coach, what he needs to do, like I said, he needs to get out the defensive posture, create an offense of his own, and then counter Kilpatrick, which he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job of turning on the heat when he has opportunity. When he backs Kilpatrick up in the corner, leaning him up against the ropes. But he needs to start the rounds off like that. And this would be a much different fight if that happens.
All right, fight fans, this is it. For the first time tonight, we go to a 4th and final round.
Here we go, 4th and final round of 2-touch gloves, mid-ring. And here we go.
You can't wait.
Right jab. Both men testing out the right jab. Right hand by Kilpatrick. Right jab by Kilpatrick. Hitting the arms and hands of White. White has his guard up high. Right hand by Kilpatrick.
That was it.
Combination missing. Right hand by Kilpatrick. Left hand to the body by Kilpatrick. White tried to throw a couple shots, missed both of them. Left hand, right hand by Kilpatrick. Right hand missing by Kilpatrick. Left hand by Kilpatrick. Right hand missing by Kilpatrick. White lands a couple right hands. Kilpatrick bends the rope. Left hand and the good right hand by White. White missing with the right hands.
Last round.
Left hand by Kilpatrick catches White coming in. But White pushes Kilpatrick against the ropes. Tries to land shots. Kilpatrick seems to be in no danger. Inside the first minute, final round. Right hand by Kilpatrick. Left hand by Kilpatrick. Right hand again by Kilpatrick, should say. Both men southpaws. White in the dark blue trunks and Kilpatrick in the very flashy Goku Dragon Ball Z trunks, blue trunks. Right hand by Kilpatrick. His left hand, right hand by Kilpatrick. White comes back with the right hand. Pushes Kilpatrick against the ropes, neutral corner off to our left. Kilpatrick comes back, good shots. Left hand, right hand, then another right hand by White. Left uppercut. Left uppercut by White. Right hand by Kilpatrick. They tangle once again. Kilpatrick moves out of the way. Lands a couple shots to the body. Inside the final minute of the final round. Both men now posturing once again. They land right hands at the same time. Left hand over the top by Kilpatrick. That misses. Right hand by Kilpatrick. White misses with left and right hand. Left hand by Kilpatrick. Final seconds, final round. So Lamont White's streak of not being knocked out will continue as both men swing for the fences at the bell. Lamont White has now gone through 15 bouts. He has not been knocked out. That streak continues. I think Kilpatrick gave him some opportunities, but overall, Kilpatrick thought a pretty decent fight there. No question about that.
Yeah, Kilpatrick. It was the establishing of the rounds, the early rounds, and establishing of actually not the early rounds, but the establishing of the beginning of each round that caused us basically to take control of this bout.
Yeah, the early moments of the bout were the key.
early moments of the bout, and White did have his moments in the middle when he had a chance to come back and to land some shots, but to me it wasn't enough for Mike because it wasn't enough to stop what Kilpatrick was doing. It was continuous to each round.
So it goes in the judges' hand. John Gradowski, Don Richer, and Paul Wallace are judges for this contest. In fact, the majority of our contests, except for our main event. No. It's actually, the main event is going to be David Braslow, John Gradowski, and Paul Wallace. Scheduled up next is Devontae Speed Rawls as he takes on Matthew Murphy. Still waiting the decision here at ringside. Longer than I thought they would in this case, but Bismarck Jones does have the Decision of the judges. Here's bringing out Disarming Jones.
How about a well-deserved round of applause for both our ring warriors and the wicked distance this evening. The official scoring is as follows. All three judges are in agreement. 48 to 36. Paul Wallace, Don Gadowski, and Don Richard. The winner by unanimous decision. Code Blue. Let's hear it for the good game of Mount White as well.
White should have got the second. White should have won the second. 3-1.
So all three judges score unanimous decision, 40-36. Couldn't make.
This gentleman, former world-ranked heavyweight contender from DC, Jerry Slice Jones.
Hey, he could have made a case for White may have pulling out the second round of that bout, but other than that, pretty much a easy victory. So Rashad Kilpatrick now 2-0, 1 KO. Goes distance for the first time in his young pro career. Lamont White falls to 1-13 with 1 KO.
How y'all doing out here tonight?
Rashad Kilpatrick.
Good crowd, good crowd. I thank God right now for being right here, doing the bout kid of the day. I thank my whole team, my players, all my strong partners, everybody who had something to do with this training camp, this fight, the future fight, and I want to thank everybody who came out also. Thank God. That's it. Thank you.
So Devontae Speed Rawls on next scheduled bout as he'll take on Matt Murphy. Devontae Speed Rawls, we said 9-1-1 with 6 KOs. Bounced back pretty well in that 4-round unanimous decision win over Robert Hill after losing for the first time a 6-round split decision back on July 13th at Michael's 8th Avenue, Glen Burnie, Maryland. He fought again on November 18th, won that 4-round unanimous decision over Robert Hill at American Recreation Center in D.C. And Speed Rawls fights against similar competition. Again, Dion Richardson was the only person that had a winning record, albeit 2-1, and Richardson was one to beat him.
To the blue corner, Matt Murphy.
Now, Matt Murphy does not have the best of record. He's 3-24-3 with 2 KOs. He's lost 8 straight. Actually, he's lost, 8 straight. His last win came on October 7th when he won a 4-round unanimous decision over Julius LeGrand in Erie, Pennsylvania. But the last time he fought in the Beltway, in fact, the only time he's fought other than the Beltway, other than tonight, was when he fought Mac Allison IV and battled him to a 4-round draw, majority draw, at the Burns Arena in Baltimore, Maryland on June 17th. We had that bout here on the Boxing Belt with Gulak by Android. And an interesting situation, Mac Allison's father is in Murphy's corner tonight. And Mac Allison IV is here. Good to see you, sir. How's everything? Good. So, the man that Murphy drew with is now in Murphy's corner tonight. Very interesting there. Also, James Hogan is here as well. That's what you call good sportsmanship right there. Those two battled out, and it was a good bout there, no question about that. And now they're helping Murphy out. They go up against Devontae Speed Rawls, who of course is trained by the true legend of boxing in this area, Mr. Adrian Davis. Also in attendance tonight, Dusty Hernandez Harrison is here. Parashia Douglas is here. Of course, she has her bout coming up on June 29th at Martin's West in Woodlawn, Maryland. Here comes Devontae Speed Rawls out of Glenard, Maryland. Brent Bovell will be the referee in this contest. To get more particulars, we go once again to DC Boxing Hall of Famer, the one and only Discombobulating Jones. Well, waiting a little bit. There he is.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this special attraction bout is scheduled for 6 rounds or less in the super lightweight division. When the bell rings, the man controlling the mayhem in the middle, nationally renowned referee Brent Bovell. Introducing the principals first. Right out in the blue corner, he's wearing the black and white trunks tonight. He weighed in at a right and tight 141.2 pounds. With 30 bouts to his credit, he's also not new to this. He's true to this from East St. Louis, Missouri, the Show Me State. And he's here tonight to do just that. Boxing fans, please welcome Eminem Matt Martin Murphy. And there's a perfect fight now in the red corner. He's wearing the blue and white trunks. He weighed in at a quick and slick 138.6 pounds. This is excellent. Professional record in his young career, 9 victories with 6 big KOs, 1 disputed loss, 1 draw, hailing from Glenard, Maryland, and being called the one to watch in the super lightweight division today. Fight fans, please welcome Devontae Speed Rawls. Brent Bovell in the final instructions. Protect yourselves a long time, obey my commands a long time. 6 rounds or less, super lightweights.
You are listening to live coverage of the Jetta Promotions GQ Promotions card from a packed house here at the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland, here on the Boxing Line Beltway Google app for Android and on Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.com. I'm Gary Digital Williams, alongside Juan Marshall here at ringside. Matt Murphy ties to the left hand against the southpaw Rawls. Murphy with a nice head of green hair in a mohawk fashion. Right hand to the body by Murphy. Both men tangle, both missed shots there. And tangle once again. Referee Brent Bovell will separate them. And they actually come on separating on their own. Right hand over the top by Rawls.
Mercy off.
And like Murphy landed his head right in the stomach of Rawls. Thank goodness that mohawk wasn't a sharp mohawk. Right hand by Murphy.
Let's go to work. Murphy is down.
Left hand, right hand by Speed Rawls. And again, Speed Rawls' biggest asset is his hand speed. There's a right hand over the top by Murphy. There's a right hand missing by Speed Rawls. Uppercut, right hand by Murphy. Inside the first minute, round 1 was scheduled for 6. First 6 rounder of the evening. Right hand down the pipe by Murphy. Missing the combination. Speed Rawls missed with the right hand. Right hand jab by Speed Rawls. Right hand by Rawls. His left hand by Speed Walls. Saw left hand there. Right hand by Rawls. Left hand again by Rawls. Murphy tries right hand to the body. Rawls starting to land the left hand a little bit now. Halfway through round one. Left hand to the body by Murphy, but the left hand coming back by Rawls.
Put something together off the chair, off the chair, off the chair.
And there's a left hand by Speed Walls. Left hand down the pipe by Speed Walls. Very nicely done. Right hand by Murphy. Around the belt line. There's right hand by Speed Walls. Misses. Left hand over the top by Speed Walls. That lands. There's right hand by Speed Walls. That lands. Final minute, round one. Speed Walls starting to find his range here. Slow early, but came back strong, starting to find his range a little bit more. Left hand by Speed Walls, just missing with the uppercut. Final seconds, round one. Scheduled for 6. Right hand by Speed Walls and left hand by Speed Walls. Right hand by Speed Walls as the bell rings. So good first round by Speed Walls. He's found his range as the round took place.
Yeah, it's always that's always his strength, his speed, and what Wallace, I'm pretty sure it's nothing he's used to. And actually, what I see in Speed Walls is great because he's not really wasting any shots. He's throwing the shots when the opportunity opens up for him to throw them, and also he's landing those shots, and so he's not wasting them. And what he's doing now is also using those angles when he's backing Wallace up, because Wallace is dipping his head, and when he's dipping his head, he's expecting some shots to come from a certain angle, but Ross uses his footwork to slide, and they're coming from somewhere else. So Ross is doing an excellent job doing that.
Ready for round two. We are scheduled for 6 in this bout. Round two, here we go. Murphy starts out trying to throw some shots. Those left hand and right hand. Referee Brent Bovell warning two guys for their feet position. Got the southpaw Rawls against the conventional Murphy. Left hand by Murphy. This right hand by Murphy. Up against the head. Left hand by Murphy. Left hand over the top by Murphy. Left hand by Speed Walls. Murphy throwing left hand. Ooh, left hand by Speed Walls. Good uppercut up front. Oh, good right hand by Speed Walls. Solid right hand. Caught Murphy coming in. There's a right hand by Murphy. Right hand over the top. There's a right hand by Murphy. Speed Walls with the left hand. Right hand missing by, good left hand by Speed Walls. Left hand by Speed Walls. First minute, round two. Left hand uppercut by Speed Walls. Murphy just coming in. Left hand over the top by Speed Walls. Right hand to the body. That was a low blow. No question about that. Right hand to the body. That was a low blow there. Referee Brent Bovell calls time. And give Speed Walls customary 5 minutes to get himself together. He doesn't need the 5 minutes. He comes back. Left hand by Speed Walls. Left hand by Speed Walls. Left hand by Speed Walls. Another left hand by Speed Walls. Right hand to the body. Right hand by Speed Walls. Murphy dodged back a little bit. Brent Bovell warns Murphy keep his head up. Speed Walls turns it around, throws another right jab. Left hand missing by Speed Walls, both twice there as Murphy gets out of the way. Here toward the final minute of the second round, scheduled for 6. Right hand by Speed Walls. Right hand by Speed Walls. Another right hand by Speed Walls. Left hand, good left hand by Speed Walls. They tangle once again. Referee Brent Bovell separates them. Left hand by Speed Walls. Right hand by Speed Walls, excuse me. Murphy coming in, but Speed Walls landing shots as Murphy comes in. Murphy just barreling in. He throws left hand to the body. They tangle once again. And referee Brent Bovell separates them. Final seconds in the second round. Oh, good left hand by Speed Walls. Left hand by Rawls. Right hand, and now starting to be a little bit of target practice down the stretch there for Speed Walls against Matt Murphy.
It's pretty much the same. It's just like the same. The speed is the factor, is the deciding factor of this fight so far. And Rawls is just doing everything he needs to do for this fight. And Murphy is just being outgunned. You know, he doesn't have the speed. He doesn't have the speed to actually compete with what Rawls was doing and actually make it a different type of fight. So each round is going to be the same pretty much.
Don't forget our main event coming up. Battle for the the USBA and WBC USNBC welterweight titles. Jerome Quigley out of Montgomery Village, Maryland, taking on Philadelphia's Raymond Cheeto Serrano. Ready for round 3? Here we go. Round 3 was scheduled for 6. Left hand by Speed Walls. Right hand missing by Murphy. They tangle once again against the far ropes. Off to our left. Referee Bovell separates them. Left hand and tangle, and Murphy falls down. Speed Walls got into a tangle, threw Murphy down. And referee Brent Bovell will warn him about it. Murphy trying to come inside. Rawls staying on the outside. Tangle once again. He moves around Murphy. Murphy tries to come inside, pushes Speed Wall against the blue corner, right above Figure.com location. There's a left hand by Speed Walls coming out of there. Right hand by Speed Walls. Right jab just landing. Almost at will right now. Right hand over the top. Left hand by Speed Walls. Murphy's got his left hand low. And Speed Walls just going over the top. Speed Walls pawing with the right hand. Tries to land shots, then lands with left hand. Right hand down the pike by Speed Walls. Left hand by Speed Walls. Down left hand by Speed Walls. Missing with left hand there. Murphy not getting any offense going. There's right hand by Speed Walls. They tangle once again. They separate on their own. Halfway through round 3, scheduled for 6. The left hand by Speed Walls. Right hand by Speed Walls. They tangle once again. Left hand by Speed Walls. Right hand by Speed Walls. Left hand by Speed Walls. Right jab by Speed Walls as well. There's left hand by Speed Walls. Right hand missing by Speed Walls. And right jab by Speed Walls. Right hand by Speed Walls. Murphy with very little offense, and Brent Bovell is watching him. Left hand by Speed Walls. Murphy now trying to throw right hand. There's left hand by Speed Walls. Right hand by Speed Walls. Left hand over the top by Speed Walls. That landed flush on the jaw of Matt Murphy. Left hand, right hand combinations landing. Murphy trying to throw right hand. Left hand by Speed Walls. Double left hand. Crowd enjoying Speed Walls' accuracy in this third round. Come down to the final seconds of the third round. Another right hand by Speed Walls. Murphy tried to throw right hand. But I tell you something, Juan Marshall, I don't know how long he can stay with this. This one might be over by referee stoppage.
Yeah, Brent Bovell's taking a very close look at Wallace and the combinations that Rawls is putting together. And actually, I should say the combinations that Wallace is allowing Murphy I'm sorry, the combinations that Murphy is allowing Rawls to put together, because he's basically a standing target. And Rawls is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's taking advantage of every moment.
So Brent Bobel just warned Matt Murphy. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't show him anything. He'll stop this bout. I think Matt Allison and James Hogan telling him the same thing. We get ready for the fourth round. Round 4 scheduled for 6. His left hand by Speed Rawls. Right hand by Speed Rawls. Left hand by Speed Rawls. Left hand up top. Murphy's ducking under, and Speed Rawls just catching him. Left hand by Speed Rawls. And left hand by Speed Rawls. Murphy misses. Murphy trying to throw left hand there. The right hand. Left hand by Speed Rawls. Murphy stumbles. He wasn't rocked by the punch. Their feet tangled, but it may not matter sooner or later. Left hand by Speed Rawls. Right hand to the body by Speed Rawls. Left hand by Speed Rawls. Another left hand by Speed Rawls. Right on the face of Murphy. Another left hand by Rawls lands. Another left hand by Rawls. Right hand now by Rawls, and Rawls just basically landing any shot he wants to at this stage of the fourth round. Body shot by Murphy. Murphy in trouble. He's bending over here a little bit. Right hand by Speed Rawls. Murphy threw a left hand a little low. Right hand a little low. Another left hand by Speed Rawls. Right hand by Speed Rawls. And Mac Allison in the corner has stopped the fight. Devontae Speed Rawls wins by technical knockout. In the fourth round, he's now 10-1-1, 7 KOs. We get the official time from ring announcer Matt Murphy. Ring announcer, this is Marvin Jones, excuse me. Matt Murphy falls now to 325-3 with 2 KOs. So time we get is 134 of the fourth round. Dr. Sean Stewart, who's a new doctor here in the Beltway area, in the Maryland area, working in the corner with Dr. Robert Davidson in the Murphy corner. So Devontae Speed Rawls, the quickness too strong for Matt Murphy here this evening. Ring out this Marvin Jones official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Brent Bovell calls a halt to the bout and goes into the record book. Says a TKO, 1 minute, 34 seconds of the fourth round. The winner, Devontae Speed Rawls. That's it for the game. And
He's the only one that don't know.
Martin Murphy.
So Speed Rawls, Devontae Speed Rawls, the nephew of Eugene Sonny Speed.
Tonight, this gentleman has trained more world-class contenders and world champions than any trainer in boxing history. This is Mr. Adrian Davis.
So Adrian Davis, a legendary trainer, trained Hasim Rahman, William Joppy, so many. And it's Adrian Davis trained the likes of Hasim Rahman, William Joppy, Shambe Mitchell, Johnny Tapia, Isra Gerger Wynn. I mean, he trained some legendary, just in this area alone, Mention what he did around the country, around the world. Adrian Davis, the legend. He's 85 now and still going strong. Coming up, we go to the Cisco Kid, Francisco Bustos. He battles with Devon John of Brooklyn, New York. That bout is scheduled for 4 rounds. Bustos 6-0, 4 KOs. He last fought on July 15th at the Sphinx Club. Scored a first-round knockout over Latrell Purdue. Devon John has fought this will be his 4th bout already in 2018, coming off a second-round stoppage loss to Darren Lusinoff at Stone Mountain, Georgia on May 12th. Dusty Harrison. Yeah, Dusty Hernandez Harrison. I think so. I know. Yeah, I figured that. Tyreshia Douglas is here. Let's see. Who else?
Heavyweight. Retired heavyweight.
Oh, Boone Coach is here, of course. Boone Coach. I don't know. His father's here. I don't know if he's here, though. I haven't seen him. I don't know. Yeah, his dad. Nestor Rodriguez is here. Nestor Rodriguez, trainer Jared Hurd is here. Now, I don't know if Jared's here, but Ernesto's here. Yeah. That's all I know offhand. Telling Discombobing Jones who's here tonight. Don't see a whole lot. So we're going to take a break and we go to our next bout in just a moment. Stay with us. Listen, live coverage of the Jet of Motion Night and GQ Promotions card on the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland. Stay with us.
Certainly want to bring to the attention persons that made this possible. Mr. and Mrs. Tony Jerry, come into the ring, please.
Let me pull it back up again. I'll tear this out.
It's just connecting.
Presents the first ever professional fight card right here tonight. So you need to know who they are for certain. They got aspirations. You want to know where they're going next.
see what happens.
That's right. This is Laurel Stranger to the ring. She's the owner of Odenton Boxing and Fitness Facility. Odenton, Maryland. That's right. Yeah. There you go. How you doing, Mr. Jenner? This is the lady whose vision with her husband made all of this possible. Along with Jeff Gatlin, of course. That's right. This is a team that you need to know about going forward, bringing big-time boxing back to Maryland. Let's hear from them.
Yeah.
Going nowhere. That's right. This is her partner, their partner in time, not crime, time. This is Jeff Gatlin.
This is our first event at the University. It's our first event in Maryland. And it's going to be wonderful time. I'm passionate about coming out there and fight hard. Again, we have more energy. We just want to see us so well. And looking forward to coming back and see you guys in August. And it's very exciting for us. We're trying to come up with the best product. And we're right away for the best thing. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of the night. And we'll continue to move forward. We'll continue to do it. Thank you.
Let's have a round of applause for him.
Feel right.
Also in the house tonight, we have a young lady who has very serious ring history. She was wrongfully left off.
At this moment, folks, how you doing? It's Gary Ditch Williams alongside Juan Marshall. This moment, we're having some issues with the charge on our phones here tonight. What we're going to do here, we're going to take this break. We're going to power down a little bit, save some charge. We'll be ready for the second half because this will be our second podcast. Will be broken up into two podcasts. Get the rest of the card here. We'll have it for you in just a few moments. So stay with us right here on the Box On Broadway Google app for Android. Back in about 5 minutes or so.